Okay, now to do some other problems for stoichiometry. Okay, so we talked about this reaction a lot. It's what you do is it's a single replacement reaction. You start out with solid copper and you put it in 155 grams of copper, which is about 2 pennies. 1 penny weighs about 2.5 grams. Um, and what you do is you drop it into 150 mils of 1.2 molar silver nitrate. And what I want to do is know how much silver is produced. Okay. So the steps are write the balance equation with the states, set up the recipe table, find the number of moles. Find the limiting reactant. Okay. Determine the amount of moles that are formed, the product, and then change it back into its state um, that you expected. All right. So here's your balance equation. And here's your recipe table. Okay, so the coefficients. Okay, so uh, 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, and again, if you're given recipes, you're going to be multiplying, going down, and if you're given moles, you're going to divide up. Okay, so when the first step, so usually what you do is you're going to be going from moles of recipes. Okay, so this is usually the first step. You'll be going up, and then you'll be going down, usually. Okay? All right. So you need to find how many moles of your substance, figure out how many recipes, and then you're going to have to come back out of that. Okay, step number 3, determine the states. Okay, you're given 5 grams of copper, and you're given 150 mils of 1.2 molar silver nitrate. Okay, so find out how many moles, you divide by the molar mass, and you get 0.079 moles. All right, put that here. Now to figure out how many moles of silver nitrate, you're going to use molarity, and so what you're going to do is change big M to moles per liter, and to get moles, okay, you're going to go from molarity, okay, uh, volume times molarity is going to equal moles. Right, so that's how you find out moles. Volume times molarity, and you'll get moles. And you can set up the units to see how they work out. And so this is how many moles of silver nitrate. Now what we have to do is figure out how many moles each one can produce. Then compare them. And then the smaller number will go over on the product side, over here. Okay, time to find limiting reactants. Time to find limiting reactants. Okay, so again, going up, you're going to divide. So this is how many times you can do it with the copper. This is how many times you can do it with the silver nitrate. 0.079 is less than 0.09, so that's how many times you can do the reaction. Okay, now next thing you can do is figure out how many moles that amount of recipes can make. Okay, so we know we can do it 0.079 times. Okay, and so figure out the amount of moles of your product. Okay, so now you have your moles of product, and now we see how many, how, how much of our product we're going to make. Okay, so the question was asked how much silver is formed. So silver is a solid, so you need to find the molar mass. This is the molar mass. We found is that we will produce 0.158 moles. So multiply that by the molar mass, and we get 17 grams of silver are produced. and that's it. Okay. All right. So this is a single replacement reaction. So there will be in your homework in the worksheets, you'll see single replacement reactions uh, involving a metal and ionic compound, and it's good to use this setup.